pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just remember. Just remember. Just remember. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds, and when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just remember. Just remember. Just remember. Just remember.
All right, welcome everybody to the Fired Up Esports League. Tonight we are broadcasting the Rising Phoenix 100 from Phoenix Raceway. Got like 11 drivers that are out here going to try and qualify. We will see how this all shakes out. I will be joined in a minute by Matt Medler, and we will kick this show off. Give me just 1 minute here. As we see Kerry Moore out on track, Clayton White already made his 2 laps. Clayton White is sitting at a 26.52. Kerry Moore just finished up with a 26.64. And Alex Link, last week's winner at Daytona, with the 26.61. look forward to a lot of hard racing. We saw quite the race last week. I look forward to more of it this week, as these guys are finishing up qualifying here. Let's take a look here at the race info. Fired up the eSports League, the Rising Phoenix 100, presented by Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Setup Shop. We are in for 100 laps. Should be entertaining. We do have a relatively small field, but these guys proved last week that they can still put on a show. As we get ready here. Like everybody's pretty much finished here. We'll jump on down here. Take a look once these guys get on the grid. Looks like Matt might be having a little bit of trouble. Some weather down in Florida there. Guys, all set up here, and oh, looks like we're still waiting on a couple to get gridded. While we're doing that, you're in the chat on YouTube or Facebook, go ahead, tell me who you're rooting for, who you think's going to win, and any other thing you might want to talk about with the news in NASCAR today or anything else. Looks like we just about got everybody. Alex Link taking off where he went last week and is on the pole position with a 26.44. Cody Porter just to his outside. Row 2, Clayton White and Brandon Cooper. Row 3, Frank Peacock and Brian Whitney. I'm sure we're going to see more of the Brian Whitney fan club tonight. They always come out in full force. Kerry Moore and Oscar Jensen. Josh Benoit, the 46, rolling off in P9. Ron Holmes and Jeremy Garan just looking like he made the trip tonight. Oh, so we got a couple in the chat already cheering for their favorite drivers. As the pace truck jumps in and we are headed towards the long drive towards the start-finish line here. Alex Link in the 10, Cody Porter in the 04. Hit that guy code restart zone. And Alex Link is away. Cuts that dog leg. Cody Porter stays up on the racing surface. Alex Link gets just in front of him. So Alex leads him through as they're 2x2 behind him a little ways there. With it looks like Kerry Moore and Brian Whitney side by side. Then you got the 18 of Brandon Cooper just getting past Clayton White there. As they head down the backstretch here. So we got Alex Link, Cody Porter, Brandon Cooper, Clayton White, and side by side, Kerry Moore and Brian Whitney. Frank Peacock just behind them, Josh Benoit, Oscar Jensen, Ron Holmes. So as you notice, a lot of these guys are going to cut that dog leg. It is a little bit quicker way around the track most of the time, but you also have to be wary if anybody's going to let you back up there. So once again, this is the Phoenix 100, the Rising Phoenix 100, sponsored by Maconi Entertainment. The series sponsor is White River Subaru. Go ahead and throw up this here. So as we completed 5 laps, Alex Link has a quarter of a second lead. Brandon Cooper is making his way on the inside of Cody Porter. Side by side they go. Cody Porter just pulls back in front of Brandon Cooper. Brandon Cooper cuts that dog leg clear through, but Cody Porter stays up on the racing surface and keeps the position. Now they kind of got spread out a little ways. While I was talking about White River Subaru, they're now locally and family owned and operated. They're still White River Subaru in our beautiful new state-of-the-art facility located in White River Junction, and you'll find the same sales and service team you've come to rely on. But we're no longer owned by a corporate parent company. Instead, we have 2 co-owners, David Rosenberg, dealer principal, and Chris Vlakovic, general manager. Please check out our beautiful new state-of-the-art facility. We built roomy, comfortable showroom and customer waiting area. Our service facility is equipped with the latest technology that allows us to service both the newest Subaru models and those with lots of mileage and age. Anyway, if you're in need of a Subaru or anything, go check them out. They are definitely one to look forward to throwing their name on and sponsoring the Fired Up Esports League here. And welcome, Matt. It's like Matt's just getting set in here after a little weather delay, but we're making our way through 9 laps here. That looks like they're going to have to make at least one pit stop, as the fuel run here is 65 to 75 laps because this is an open setup league, so some get a little better mileage than others, but they do have 3 sets of tires, so tires might be a little more important than fuel. got Alex Link, Cody Porter, Brandon Cooper, Clayton White, Kerry Moore. Josh Benoit is one of the biggest movers. He's up 4 positions. Oscar Jensen in 7th. Frank Peacock in 8th. Brian Whitney in 9th. And Ron Holmes making his way around the track in 10th.
Mike the Money, you got me.
I do.
Excellent. Sorry about that. Good old Florida. Little lightning strike. Just when we started the session, had to reboot everything, but I made it.
Good. Glad you're joining us. We're through 12 laps of this Rising Phoenix 100 here at Phoenix Raceway. Alex Link took the pole and has led every lap so far.
Link picking up where he left off last week. He was the winner at Daytona, and he currently leads the way here at Phoenix. Definitely seems like he's going to be a fighting force to be contending for the championship this season if he keeps up this level of performance thus far.
Yeah, right now he already has a pretty comfortable lead in the point standings as well. He's got a 7-point lead over Cody Porter right now, 50 to 43, and then it's a couple more back to Kerry Moore and Brian Whitney.
Copy that, certainly. Right now, your top 3, Alex Link, Cody Porter, and Brandon Cooper. Might as well run through the top 5. Got the 53 of Clayton White. He was really trying to get some late race moves done last week at Daytona. Certainly remember him and the effort he put forth. And rounded out in number 84 of Kerry Moore, currently 1.64 seconds behind your leader, Alex Link, in the number 10 truck tonight.
Yeah, and then you got our biggest mover of the night, Josh Benoit. Started towards the back and is already up 4 positions. Made use of that open dogleg there and cut that track down a little bit.
They certainly can make use of that, especially when you're on 4 fresh Dr. Feelgoods. I know from my personal experience, later on in the run, you get some wear and some heat in those tires. Sometimes that's not preferred, and you can actually lose it going down there if you're not careful later on in the run.
Yeah, and luckily with this field, it seems like most of them are trying to go down there pretty close to that, so you don't have to worry so much about other trucks being in the way when you come back up onto the racing surface, because they don't have to let you back up.
Well, that's the other part of it. You can go down below that yellow line here. We're not at Daytona or Talladega. But when you come back up onto the track, is there going to be room for you to squeeze in?
Yeah, as he's looking to the inside here at Kerry Moore. Looks like he was trying to make that pass a little earlier, and the 32 of Oscar Jensen is down to his inside as well, as they go and cut that dogleg a little bit.
Yeah, certainly feeling racy. Last week at Daytona, reference that race again, we saw everyone just kind of ride around a little bit, but not the case so far here as we're...
Oscar just... Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there, but Oscar just got into the back bumper, the 46 of Josh Benoit there, but they were able to keep it safe, so we stay green.
Certainly, these guys have been great at minimizing the cautions and saving their equipment at the same time. That was a nice save there. Certainly a good heads-up move, way to keep the truck on the racetrack, and all trucks still currently running except for the number 7 of Jeremy Jarn, who is currently 13 laps down, the only truck that's not on the lead lap at this time.
Yeah, it looks like he probably had a little weather delay because he was in the session, but wasn't able to get a qualifying lap or anything in, and then wasn't on the grid. So
yeah, I can relate to that. I had my own weather delay of my own, and luckily for me, I'm in the booth, and I'm not marred 15 laps down at this point in time. I'll tell you what, the 18 and the 53, they are dicing it up right now. One lap, the 18's taking the dog leg. The next lap, they're flip-flopping, if you will. Already got some considerable damage on the doors of their trucks. These guys are racing like it's 5 to go.
Yeah, they are. I mean, track position is probably going to be key here a little bit because there's only, 10 cars on the track, so any position you can make is probably going to be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if you see that, but the 53 there got bad loose. You would have to think they're using up their stuff, especially as they're getting pinned down and not being able to come up the racetrack at all, as all that side-by-side action is taking place currently between, second and fifth place positions right now.
Yeah, this this group back here definitely seems to be the more racy part. We saw Cody Porter and Alex Link last week hook up and just drive away from the field, and it looks like they're trying to do basically the same thing this week.
Yeah, very reminiscent of that 38-second margin they had built over the entire field. And, 38 seconds, that's a lot at any track. But the fact that they did that, the 3-truck takeaway at Daytona, that was impressive.
Yeah, it definitely was. As we go through the laps here, it looks like we've got Jason Stoddard turning for Holmes back there towards the back, but still making his way through. Then we got, of course, the Whitney fan club with Nikki Cox and Lynn Whitney cheering for Brian there.
I certainly appreciate all you guys, Whitney Nation, if you will, showing up in the YouTube chat. Certainly appreciate you guys showing up tonight, hanging out with us, enjoying this race. Can't do it without the fans at home. We appreciate you guys, and this gives us the opportunity to do this, so I hope you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. Whitney Nation in the house representing right now. Let me bring it back trackside for you again. Currently your top three, Alex Link is still linked up. He leads the way, followed by the 04 of Cody Porter, who is literally managing that gap right around a 3 to 4 tenths of a second differential. He just can't seem to close the gap. Then we're going to take another second back to the 18 of Brandon Cooper, and then another couple tenths back to the 84 of Kerry Moore. A lot of tight racing right now going on. Again, they've definitely turned it up a notch from last week early on. A lot of hard side-by-side racing continuing to go around as we start to wind up these laps, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. As you see the 32 of Oscar Jensen go to the inside of Josh Benoit there, making his way through. Kerry Moore keeps sticking his nose out, trying to see if he can pass Brandon Cooper. Gets right to his back bumper, but just doesn't have enough steam to go through.
The other part of that, he could be trying a good old Dale Earnhardt intimidator move.Maybe you get that guy that's, in the position in front of you, driving out his rearview mirror. That's typically when they'll make a mistake. So maybe maybe a little trickery going on right now, if you will.
Yeah, that very well could be. Especially on a track like this, with the way it plays, one little mistake and you can lose quite a bit of ground there.
Right, and if you can't pass some heads up on the racetrack right now, and again, this is an open setup league, so if your trucks are almost identical, you kind of got to dig it into the bag of tools, if you will. And if you can get that other driver to start driving out his mirror view mirror, he's going to miss his line. He's going to open up a hole that you're going to be able to take. And sometimes that's just what you need when you get stuck in traffic, or you're getting arrow tight or arrow loose right now at this point in time.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like we have a
caution on the racetrack here.
Like Ron Holmes. Go back and take a look here. What we got?
Yeah, what happened to Ron?
Not seeing anything.
Neither am I.
Go back a little ways here. Yeah, I don't see anything. Looks like he might have just slowed down.
Did he fall off the pace? Maybe drop some fluid on the racetrack?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he certainly didn't lose control of his vehicle. He didn't hit anything.
No, it doesn't look like it.
But he's definitely off the pace.
And he stayed up above that yellow line, so slow on the racetrack.
Right.
I guess that's going to make it a crash, but Well, as we go back live, though.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
As we go back live, it looks like everybody's hitting pit lane. So it looks like they are within that window that we were given. Pre-race here, they said 65 to 75 laps on a fuel run. So the way they were racing earlier, if it stays green the whole way, they should be able to make it.
Yeah, certainly, that is a possibility. And if I'm the driver of that truck, I'm screaming to my crew chief, I want Ford fresh tires, especially with all that hard side-by-side racing going on. You're definitely not conserving tires. You're going to wear them out in a record amount of time with that type of intense side-by-side action going on, especially at a track like Phoenix. Looks like coming off of pit road here, the 10 of Alex Link continues to dominate on the racetrack and on pit road. Just like before the caution came out, the 04 of Cody Porter, the 18 of Brandon Cooper gains a spot, it looks like maintains his position, followed by the 53 of Clayton White.
Yep, and then Oscar Jensen and Kerry Moore, Frank Peacock, Josh Benoit. Looks like Brian Whitney's stayed in pits to get a little damage repair there. He was in there for a whole 50 seconds, so.
Yeah, I think he may have accidentally clipped the wall coming out of fourth a few laps back prior to the caution. Or you know what, while you're in there, why not make a wedge adjustment, tire pressure adjustment? Maybe that truck not necessarily driving to his liking. So take that extra lengthy pit stop and see if you can use it to your advantage as well.
Yeah, definitely. So, as we have a minute here, let me talk about our...
We still got the on the base truck.
Yep, let's talk about our the sponsor of this race, the Maconi Setup Shop, the Maconi Entertainment. Maconi Setup Shop, or MSS for short, began as one-man operation where founder-owner Jeff Maconi would build setups every week to compete in the SK and Tour Modified Points Championships. Over time, these setups gradually improved and expanded to the late models and super late models. The Maconi Setup Shop was one of the first setup shops on the iRacing platform and remains the leading name in quality, affordability, and professionalism. At the Maconi Setup Shop, they may be our setups, but they are your victories. We strive to build a personal relationship with each and every customer and open the door when it comes to communication. If you have any questions, issues, concerns, we're more than happy to work with you on solving them. Simply contact us via email, website, chat, Facebook message, and we will help you. So definitely glad to have them on board as the pace truck is headed in.
You certainly can't make this happen without the sponsors and all they do for us and all they do for these race teams out here tonight. So big shout out to them. Thanks for coming on board with the Fueled Up Series. I'm certainly sure they appreciate everything you do for them.
So as we make our way through the long drive here, Geico restart zone, and Alex Link wasted no time and floored it as soon as he hit that restart zone. Cody Porter jumped in right behind him.
Now, he certainly did. He John forced it. I mean, I thought he may have jumped the zone, but we remain green. However, the 04 charging back of Cody Porter. Initially, the 10 just checked out, said see you later on the rest of the field. Cody found, it looks like some nitrous in that truck because, I mean, he closed it down under. That was pretty impressive.
And we're back under caution. Looks like Brandon Cooper crashed. Go back and take a look here. All right, let's get...
So we started the race off trouble-free, and now a couple back-to-back cautions here. And sometimes the trends of the race, you know, we've seen this happen before. You know, everyone kind of gets spread out a little bit and gets in their zone, if you will, as far as just logging laps. Caution comes out, you hit pit road. You got 4 fresh fuel goods on your truck, and you get a little too racy on the restart, and here we are again under caution.
Yeah, I mean, you can just see it here. Just gets a little bit loose, spins towards the wall, and spins right back around.
Yeah, it looks like he just gassed up a little too soon on cold tires, and the back end walked out on him, and thought he had it saved and overcorrected at the last second. Should be able to continue on, though.
Yeah, it looks like he definitely probably will. As the 7 of Jeremy Garand gets the free pass there. Looks like Brian Whitney and Brandon Cooper both hit pit lane. If anybody else opts to do that.
I mean, certainly if you're near the back, I mean, it won't hurt you. I'm not sure if they have unlimited tires for this race or not.
No, they got.
But hey, I mean, anytime.
They got a couple sets is all.
Well, if it's a fuel mileage race, we were talking about this. I mean, coming down, just topping that truck off again, that could be the difference of making it till the end or just coming up short later on tonight.
Yeah, it definitely could. But, yeah, that pre-race info, they definitely should have enough. That's 65 to 75 laps, so it should be good to go as far as fuel goes. But when they got on those fresh tires, it looks like Cooper just gassed it a little bit too much with a little too much grip, and around he went.
I mean, I'm guilty of that. I've done it at Phoenix plenty of times. It's just one of those things. You get a little you over anticipate just a little bit, and you certainly want to try and get all you can on those restarts, and sometimes you just go over the edge just a little bit, and next thing you know, your day's done.
Yep, so we will get them set back up. Lights are still on that pace truck, so we got another lap to go here. But
yeah, so we'll re-rack him again here, if you will. Again, Alex Link continues to lead the way here. Led the first 38 laps of the race and came off pit road, your leader. He continues to show the way with a pretty dominating performance so far. Again, the 04 has been within striking distance. He's been solid. And we got some newcomers here inside the top 5. The 32 of Oscar Jensen. The 53, Clayton White. He was up there contending for the win last week. He's making a statement running, currently occupying the number 4 position. And Kerry Moore, the 84, inside the top 5 at this time. The 6th of Josh Bennett, currently occupying the 6th position, followed by Frank Peacock in the 13 vehicle. Brian Whitney, 76. He currently was involved in an incident just a couple laps back that brought out the caution. 18 of Brandon Cooper. He was involved in some hard side-by-side racing earlier on in the run tonight.
When we were back green, Alex Link didn't waste no time again and is out and away. Cody Porter right on his back bumper.
I'll tell you what, he knows how to take off on a restart. That is impressive. But then again, the 04, he knows how to hang with them as they dive bomb down into turns 3 and 4 here.
Yeah, then we got side-by-side action. Oscar Jensen and Kerry Moore. Oscar Jensen takes the corner and Moore stays up high. They're still side-by-side.
Yeah, certainly get a position, get one up on the competition, if you will, on those ever-important restarts. Track position is king, like you were saying earlier, with basically a 10-truck build right now. Pretty much single file along the bottom, you know, positions 1 through 4, if you will. We start to get a little racy just outside the top 5.
Yeah, definitely do. We got Alex Link and that 10 Toyota out front again. Cody Porter is going to have company here in the 32 of Oscar Jensen.
Certainly the 32 of Oscar, he is on the prowl right now, trying to make use of those 4 fresh tires. See if he can get the equalizer and get one up, take one more spot away, crack himself inside the top 2 possibly here.
Yeah, definitely looks like that's where they're racing, as we see Kerry Moore and Josh Benoit back here running almost side by side as well. Josh Benoit had a little trouble last week with looks like connection issues, but he is back at it this week. Oh, gets into the back end of Kerry Moore and sends Kerry Moore around. Kerry Moore in front of Brian Whitney.
Just about got flipped over in that controlled drift. I thought he was going to save it, and then for whatever reason just couldn't get mowed down in time. He had that truck up on 2 tires.
Yeah, let's go back and take a look here.
Again, Mike, it's a byproduct of hard racing. You know, you race hard, you're going to push that truck to the edge between being able to keep it pointed straight and, you know, out of control. Just a tiny little bump, a little feather, if you will, on the back of that truck, and set it flying, and it certainly looks like what had happened there.
Yeah, I mean, looks like he got a little bit loose, started sliding up, and just hit that left rear quarter, and there it took all the weight off that back end, and Kerry Moore just was trying to save it. Looks like Clayton White was able to get by, but Brian Whitney nowhere to go.
Yeah, certainly locked all 4 of them up, did everything he could, but he biscuit slammed his door for certain there, and almost flipped him over. So here we are, I believe, working caution number 3 at this point in time. Back up front continues to be the 10 of Alex Link, your leader every single lap tonight. Close pursuit, 04 of Cody Porter. 32 of Oscar Jensen, kind of a newcomer inside the top 3, if you will. He cycled there. Good pit stop on the first round, if you will. Wonder if maybe he possibly took 2 tires on that stop. He definitely gained about 5 or 6 positions, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, you never know.
18, he's doing a pretty good job of recovering from that earlier incident. He got a little bit of damage on that truck. These cautions keep coming out, though. He'll be able to work on that truck more and more, so even get the speed back to where it was when we kicked the night off.
Well, in the chat, Jason Stoddard wants an update on Ron Holmes. Well, Ron Holmes is currently sitting on pit lane. Looks like he's getting completely repaired. He's spent 14 minutes there so far. So he has definitely got severe damage. We weren't able to see where he got it, but he is definitely sitting there.
One thing we can see is he fell off the pace a little bit, but he definitely kept the truck rolling the whole time and kept it above the yellow line. Maybe we can interview him at the end of the race if he hangs around. We can find out exactly what happened there.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe we can.
Well, you know what, DeMoney, maybe you can dial him up and we can talk to him right now.
See if I can get him in here. Hey, Ron, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Jason in the chat wanted to know what was going on. What happened there?
I looked at my rear view. I saw a car behind me, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't the leader. And I got loose, hit the wall, and blew my motor. Well, I hit the wall, but I didn't see, any smoke coming out. So I figured I was, going to be slow, and I tried to make it around to the pits, and I missed pit road. So I was trying to inch it along, and the engine blew, so I couldn't make it back.
We couldn't see what happened. We just saw you slow down there, but well, that's good to know. Sorry about the way that your night ended, but maybe we'll have better luck next week.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for broadcasting and everything you guys do. Awesome league. I love these guys. Time will tell is awesome. White River Junction, Vermont Subaru. Awesome for the funding to be able to do this, and again, appreciate everything you guys do.
Awesome. Well, we'll let you get back to visiting down there, and we'll get back to calling this race.
All right, brother. Thank you guys very much, and have a good night.
You too.
own motor certainly can ruin your evening. And we were even talking about it. Driving out the rearview mirror, came up and just kissed the wall a little bit, and decided that V8 decided it was time to cash it in early. So hopefully he can rebound next week. Certainly appreciate him coming up and talking to us in the booth. Back up front, the 10 of Alex Link continues to lead the way. He's maintaining a 0.2 of a second margin over Cody Porter. 32 of Oscar continues to hold down that third place position, followed by the hard charge and Josh Bennett in the 46. And the 18 continues to surge and rebound, now knocking on the door of the top 5, currently in the 6th position.
Yeah, and then you have Clayton White and Brian Whitney battling back and forth, sitting back here in 6th and 7th. And then it looks like we've got a couple guys that are... Ooh, Clayton White. Clayton White just lost it on exit there. Go back.
Yeah, that truck squirted like out of a cannon coming off that corner.
Go back.
Oh, you certainly hate that for Clayton White.
Let's go back a little bit here. All right, let's go to this chopper cam here. And you'll see he slides up just in front of Brian Whitney. And then all of a sudden, he's spinning around. Like he just had that air taken off his rear wheels just enough. Nowhere for him to go.
Yeah, I mean, certainly when you're talking about hundreds of pounds of downforce, and that instantly releases off the back of your vehicle, and that rear end gets really light. Certainly it's going to change the handling characteristics of that truck in a hurry. Very hard to overcome, very difficult. And you got to imagine, I mean, these guys are running, 28-second lap times here. They're putting up a blistering pace, so they're pretty much probably getting every 1/10 of a second out, or every 1/10 of a mile an hour out of these trucks tonight as they possibly can.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it. Well, while we're over halfway, I'm going to go ahead and send us picture-in-picture here and take a break and let you watch some commercials, and we'll be right back. Once again, if you're in the YouTube chat, subscribe, hit the bell notifications on Facebook. You know the deal. Like, follow. And we will be right back.
That took time, all of them within 3.5 tenths of each other tonight is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field works its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Oh, they're wrecking! Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the left coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California for the second round of the Way She Goes Racing League Cup Series.
All right, we are back as they're just about ready to go green again. Once again, this is the Rising Phoenix 100 on the Fired Up Esports League, broadcasted by Racing Media. I am Mike Maconi, and my partner in the booth is Matt Metler. So, Matt, what do you think so far?
So far, I mean, it's been intense. Yeah, a lot of great side-by-side racing, hard charging. Completely the opposite of what we seen last week at Daytona, where everyone just kind of rode around, if you will, for the first 60% of that race before they started getting dicey. Not the case tonight. Everyone's racing hard, fighting for position and that inch on the racetrack, and we're seeing that with how some of these drivers just aren't able to maintain control of that truck coming off the corner, trying to just pick up the throttle a little bit faster than the other driver, and unfortunately, their nights are ending early, and they're paying the price for it.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it. I mean, we started with a field of 11, and it looks like we have, 5? Looks like 5 are out right now. Clayton White sitting on pit road trying to get some repairs done. Jeremy Garand is actually out on track, but he's about 10 laps down. Barry Moore's getting fixed. Frank Peacock's getting fixed, and it looks like Ron Holmes called it a night and put it on the hauler.
Yeah, Ronald Holmes, I believe that was the driver in the interview. He said he blew his engine, so that would certainly end your evening, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that might be part of the new damage model, maybe. Because he said he didn't hit the wall too hard, but it blew his engine, so.
Correct.
More stuff to look forward to as they continue to improve this iRacing service.
One of the benefits of technology, if you will, and certainly I myself as a driver outside of this am going to have to adjust and get used to all the new terrible things, if you will, that can happen to you while you're strapped inside that race car.
Yeah, definitely. As you see, Cody Porter and Oscar Jensen going back and forth here. One lap, Jensen's in front. Next lap, Porter's in front. So definitely some good hard racing here. Brandon Cooper is up to 4th after being involved in that early race accident there.
Oh, he certainly is, and he's coming on strong. But you know what? If you take a look at his truck, for the most part, hasn't sustained much damage after a little hard side-by-side racing early on in the night. Continued to rebound currently where he started. He started in the 4th position, if you remember. But then still leading the way right now. The 10 of Alex Link. Cody Porter still occupying position number 2. He started in position 2 as well. And then the 32 of Oscar Jensen started just inside the top 10 in the 8th position, and he's now occupying the 3rd slot. So nice little gain by him throughout the night. Certainly passing some trucks this evening.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have basically 5 trucks on track, and 4 of them are racing basically side by side, 2 groups of 2 there. As you see Josh Benoit pass Brandon Cooper there. But these guys are they're hard at it, and it's entertaining to watch. As it looks like Alex Link might have finally had a little bit of chink in his armor there, as Cody Porter and Oscar Jensen were right on his bumper there.
And he's certainly feeling the pressure now as he is under siege, like you were saying, from the 32 of Oscar and the 04 of Cody Porter. We'll see if they can crack that 2/10 differential. That seems to have been the magic number all night, that gap that Link has been able to maintain at minimum. And my gosh, we are racing just behind the leader. These guys are all out right now, going as hard as they possibly can.
Yeah, these guys are just tearing it up here. I don't think you'd see be much different in some other leagues, but with five trucks up here, and they're all battling side by side. Oh.
53 of Clayton White. Oh, another victim of just trying to get a little too much off the corner. I believe that was the case. I think he just got a little too happy with the throttle on exit. I could be wrong. I just happened to catch it out the left corner of my peripheral vision here.
bet that was Brian Whitney.
P3 is rolling though. All his tires are turning. I don't see any broken axles or anything like that.
Yeah, that's the 7 to Jeremy Garin there. Like 53 still on the pit lane, so maybe it was Jeremy you saw sitting there spin. But up front we got Alex Link, Cody Porter, Oscar Jensen, and Josh Benoit. Brendan Cooper has fallen back basically a second from this lead group here. Oscar Jensen down to the inside.
That was an error on my part. That was the 53. I was incorrect on my end, so thank you for the correction.
I thought he was still on. Looks like he probably got out of his truck and just put it on the hauler because it's not counting down his pit road time anymore. But the 32 slid up a little bit and almost got into the 04 there, but he is in front of Cody Porter right now. But Cody Porter is battling back on that outside. These guys have been at each other's throats back and forth for what, 10 laps now?
10 laps at a minimum, and they are just duking it out round for round right now. No give and take going on right now. They want every spot, every inch of real estate they can get, and they are probably going to continue these trends for the remainder of the night. But it's making for some great instant action. If you're fortunate enough to be watching this right now on any of our media outlets or on the YouTube channel, you guys are getting one heck of a show, and it's been one fun race to call so far.
Yeah, these guys are definitely tearing it up, passing each other back and forth. Not given an inch. And it's been that way for all 72 laps almost. I mean, we did have a couple cautions there, but other than that, I mean, it's been hard racing throughout.
This kind of has shades of Martinsville, which is a lot slower of a track where you can typically get away with more of this racing style, if you will. But these guys are good enough. They're hanging on to it. We got some wheelman in this league. I can tell you that right now, because I promise you, they are working in that truck. They are earning their money tonight.
While you say that, why don't we just let's go get Oscar here, and we'll just see about in the cockpit there, so you can kind of see what he's doing with his wheel there. You can see him kind of sawing it back and forth a little bit as he gets right to the back bumper of Cody Porter.
Certainly the 32 of Oscar Jensen is all over the back of the 04 right now. Can he get by him? Can he get him to make a mistake? And we've heard other drivers say tonight, I mean, a lot of mirror drive has been going on, and certainly, you know, would think it would have to with the close proximity of, you know, of all the other trucks on the racetrack in these racing lanes right now.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are racing almost like it's the last couple laps here. But if you're Alex Link, you got to kind of enjoy seeing these two guys race back and forth behind you as you're able to get out to almost a half a second lead now.
Yeah, that certainly is an insurance policy. The other nice thing about that is Alex Link can actually run a preferred line, which is going to conserve his tires, going to save his, you know, save his brakes, save his equipment, if you will. He's not having to run as hard as, you know, virtually everyone else inside the top four right now.
Yeah, you gotta kind of think a little bit about tire fall off here too, because looking at it right now, Alex Link and Cody Porter last pitted on lap 32. Oscar Jensen last pitted on lap 53, so he's got what, 20 lap pressure tires. So
yeah, that's certainly got to come into play at some point. I think you're starting to see that with his surgeons right now as he closes in. I mean, he's within fractions of a tenth of a second off the back of the 04 right now.
Yeah, he keeps making that line there and gets right to his inside, and Cody Porter just pulls away. Like You would think he'd be able to make that pass, but Cody Porter just has something for him.
Yeah, and again, I got to keep remembering, telling myself this is an open setup race. So some guys will have this truck set up to fire out of the hole like a lightning bolt, and other drivers, as the run goes on, that's when their equipment really starts to hone in, if you will. So time will only tell here, but my gosh, what continues to be a lot of hard racing out on the racetrack right now. Alex Link, the beneficiary of it, currently maintaining over a half-second margin over the second-place truck of the Cody Porter at this time.
Yeah, these guys are definitely racing all out here. But as we look forward to the rest of their season, next week they'll be in Las Vegas for the Gambler 135 presented by Fraser's Place. And then after that, they head to Martinsville and Get Your Grip at the Paperclip presented by Martin Sports. So they definitely have a few different tracks coming up here.
A wide variety of racing styles coming up. You know, through the first 4 races of the season, we've seen a little bit of everything. Going to see a little bit of everything NASCAR and the Truck Series has to offer within the inside the first 4 weeks of the season. And again, all that hard racing just behind the leader. Alex Link continues to massage that lead just over 0.8 of a second.
Yeah, definitely. And as I was looking here through a little bit more of their schedule. Oh, Cody Porter slid, and the caution is out. Let's go back and take a look here. Let's switch.
And those guys doing a whale of a job racing as hard as they were for that long and keeping it pointing straight without throwing the caution. But you know, I imagine they probably burned the tires off those trucks with as many laps as they've had on them.
Well, there you go.
Right.
Let's go back here. Take a different look here. There you go. The 32 of Oscar Jensen just bumps him twice, it looks like, and spins him around. Good hard racing, but a couple little bumps and nothing Cody Porter could do. He was drifting it, trying to save it. Doesn't really looks like he does too much damage, but pancakes that right side there.
Yeah, certainly it could have been a lot worse. Almost looked like drift night out on the racetrack there.
So that definitely shakes this up with 17 laps to go. We will see how they handle this here and how they restack them.
Another pit cycle ensuing, of course. The 10 came in, got 4 fresh tires thrown on that machine. 32 as well of Oscar Jensen. He was on pit road, and he's actually going to... Is he coming off P2?
Yeah, he'll be P2 because Cody Porter was out the back there after his accident there. So
right. Look at this.
Look at the drivers in second and third right now. Oscar Jensen's up 6 positions. Josh Benoit's up 7.
Oh, the 18 definitely recovered from early trouble.
Yeah, he's back
Cody
and forth.
Porter and Josh Bennett. Well, we're going to restack him again here one more time. The racing intensity has been through the roof. I can't imagine how they're going to dial it up anymore. But something tells me these drivers are going to have something in store for us.
Yeah, I mean,
and
the way we'll have to see if Oscar there is going to have anything for Alex Link. Alex Link has been far and away every time he's restarted. Like, he just gets, 0.2 of a second almost immediately.
He's got his restarts. That man knows how to restart. I mean, every single restart. It's like he has another 100 horsepower than the rest of the field. He just checks out on everybody. But then again, to be fair, Oscar hasn't had the opportunity to start in the P2 position. Let's see what he has for him.
Yeah, so they will get him stacked back up here. Looks like Cody Porter is racing around here to try and get back to the field before they drop that green flag.
Yeah, that's right. Those lights on the pace truck are out, which means we are going back to racing this time live. All right, we're re-racked, we're restacked. 10 of Alex Link, the 32 of Oscar Jensen, the 46 of Josh Bennett, the 18 of Brandon Cooper, and the 76 of Brian Whitney, currently occupying the top 5 spots tonight.
And there's Cody Porter. Made it just in time. So Alex Link once again leads him to the Geico restart zone, and he's away before the restart zone. So he is definitely out and away, and behind them you got Jensen, Benoit, and Cooper battling it out here. Oh, Josh Benoit just slid around in a circle. And we are back under caution.
He almost tipped it off the wall. Just a little love tap on the driver's side front clip of his truck. And I believe that's going to put us back under caution, and it is. On that last restart, yeah, you're right. Alex Link caught race control at the donut stand, and he definitely got away with one there. We'll have to watch him on these restarts. This next restart coming up, because either he's got it down perfectly and he's going right at that line. But I could have swore I seen him jump just a little bit, but hey, no penalty. Green flag stayed out, and racing's racing. So good job, Alex Link. Way to maintain and keep that Toyota Tundra out front tonight.
Yeah, he led the most laps last week at Daytona. Going to lead the most laps here. He's definitely making use of all these bonus points.
Yeah, certainly. And I mean, got a ways to go yet, but certainly playoff time, those bonus points are ever so crucial. I mean, my God, I mean, you put together a good competitive regular season, those playoffs start, I mean, you could almost wind up with a mulligan, if you will, and have one race that, you know, God forbid something happens to you, you're still in the game.
Yeah, definitely. We've got five trucks right now on the lead lap. We'll see if Cody Porter's able to stay on there. But he hit pit road trying to get some more damage repaired, so we'll see if he's gonna, how long he's gonna be able to stay in there before he tries to make his way out.
I imagine you're not going to want to stay down in pit lane too much longer. This isn't the longest track on the circuit, just a little over a mile in length. Certainly don't want to go a lap down on pit road. Again, tough breaks tonight for the 7 of Jeremy Gerard, Frank Peacock in the 13, the 53 of Clayton White, currently 35 laps down. Kerry Moore, the 84, 43 laps down. And Ronald Holmes, the 33 truck, he decided to accidentally go for the grand finale a little early and laid that V8 to rest when he clipped the wall early on tonight in the run.
Yep, it looks like Cody Porter is hitting again, going to try and get as much damage repaired as he can and still stay on that lead lap.
Well, the other part is too, I mean, there's only 6 trucks on the lead lap right now. So I mean, in most cases, if you have, let's say, 20 drivers in the lead lap, you're losing a lot of track position. But, if he can, as long as he stays in front of that pace truck and doesn't go a lap down, he can get that truck fixed, and he still has a legitimate shot to be competitive and challenge for a win.
Yeah, he definitely does. And he is back out on track again. So he's going to try and catch up this time as their lights are out, and Alex Link will have the button again.
Certainly got to admire the effort of Cody Porter. He will not be denied tonight. He has given it everything he's got.
Yeah, so right now we got Alex Link, Oscar Jensen, Brandon Cooper, Brian Whitney, Josh Benoit, and Cody Porter on the lead lap. Jeremy Garin is a few laps down, but he's still making his way through the field.
Points are critical, especially when you only have 11 trucks currently that entered the event.
Alex Link gets a good jump again, out to 0.3 of a second lead. Brandon Cooper is making his way on the inside of Oscar Jensen there, and Brian Whitney is battling up here as well.
Yeah, certainly the 18 of Brandon Cooper, he was digging down low on that restart, doing everything he possibly can to try and complete the pass right now. Actually shot the amount of room that he was given. Maybe these guys are trying to calm down just a little bit so we can get back to green flag racing here and finish out the final remaining laps tonight. But up front, Link checks out to over a half-second lead.
Yeah, Alex Link is just a man possessed right now. He must know this track very well, because every time he's got the great restart and is making his way. Oscar Jensen up 6 positions and a half-second back.
And I thought maybe the 10 was just overdriving his stuff, out the gate. But, I mean, we've consistently seen over the course of the run that he's able to put that truck out front and keep it out front.
Yeah, he has definitely done that. See Brian Whitney cut that dogleg trying to get any more amount of speed he can get out of it. Josh Benoit behind him, and Cody Porter still on the lead lap, but still looks like he has quite a bit of damage there, but he's still 6th position right now.
Even if he finishes in that 6th position, that's certainly not a bad finishing slot, a solid top 10. That's a determined driver right there, in my opinion. To be involved in that type of just incidents tonight and staying on the lead lap. I mean, that's the kind of driver I want in my race truck. Someone that just never gives up, does not say no, has no quit. Big shout out to Cody Porter tonight for doing everything he can to stay in it to win it this evening.
Yeah, definitely. As you see, Josh Benoit and Brian Whitney battling back and forth. Nikki Cox in the chat, YouTube chat, cheering on Brian as usual.
And what is this? We're actually seeing some separation, some single file racing going on right now on the racetrack pretty much for the first time tonight. I don't think there's anyone side by side right now.
No, this is probably the closest Benoit and Whitney here, but even they're pretty much single file. I mean, you can drop back to even Cody Porter here and these 2 lap trucks, and they're pretty much single file as well. We got 3 laps to go. Alex Link has led every lap, looking to take him start to finish here.
Alex Link continues to be your leader, led the most laps tonight. He won last week at Daytona. Clearly looking to make a statement here to everyone else in the series that the championship may run through the 10 when we get down to the end. But how about the 32 of Oscar Jensen, starting back in the 8th position tonight, kept his truck clean, made good use of his pit stops, currently basically running inside the top 3, position number 2. Good recovery by the 18 of Brandon Cooper as well. He certainly had some damage on his truck tonight, and recovered nicely, occupying the third slot at this time.
Alex Link comes through 3 and 4 here and will take the Rising Phoenix 100 presented by Maconi Setup Shop. So we got Alex Link, Oscar Jensen, Brandon Cooper,
Josh Bennett, Brian Whitney, the 04 Cody Porter, Jeremy Garand, all on the lead lap, your top 6 finishing trucks tonight. Off the lead pace this evening, you're going to have Frank Peacock, Clayton White, the 53, coming home in the 9th spot. The 84 of Kerry Moore in the 10th position. And bringing it home in 11th position this evening, the 33 of Ronald Holmes is the 10 is just burning it down right now, rightfully so, at the start-finish line.
Definitely was. See if we can get links up here real quick. Hey, Alex, Mike, and Matt up in the booth. Got a copy?
Yep, I got you guys.
Hey, man, tremendous race tonight. Definitely went out there and led start to finish.
Yeah, definitely was flat.
Is that something you always seem to do here at Phoenix, is run pretty well?
Actually, surprisingly, Phoenix, I would say, is one of my worst tracks. It just seemed like Clean Air actually was the big difference, because most of the run, Cody Porter, my teammate behind me, saying he was actually tight where I wasn't. So I think Clean Air helped me, and just Cody, like I said, I got to give him a shout out because he built a ripper of a set, as you could see. And yeah, I guess it just fit my driving style. It's really all it was.
Awesome. I mean, congratulations. Led
Yeah,
almost all of Daytona.
Congratulations on the win again.
Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to start off the season 2 for 2.
Yeah, we were talking, Matt Metler up here in the booth, Alex. Again, dominating performance tonight. Man, you had that truck on a rail. It just seemed that I mean, those restarts, I was making John Force references, the way you just took off on those restarts, man. What a fun race to watch. Great race to call. Congratulations on going 2 for 2. And see if you can keep this momentum rolling, go 3 for 3 next week.
I'm hoping. I mean, I would say Vegas is one of my strongest tracks, so it would be nice to go 3 for 3, 3 poles in a row and 3 wins in a row.
Yeah, when I heard you mention that Phoenix was one of your weaker tracks, I had to mute the mic for a minute because it certainly didn't look like that from the booth. But man, what a race tonight! Way to put another complete race together in dominating fashion. Congratulations on the win. Enjoy it with yourself, your sponsors, and the rest of your team this evening.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to thank Moonlight, Speed, Missing Link Designs, XPE, and like I said, especially thank you to Cody Porter for building this great set for us to run tonight. And thank you to Fuel for everything they do, and thank you guys for calling a good broadcast.
All right, thanks, Alex. Look forward to maybe talking to you next week.
Yep, see you guys.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Oscar got out of the Discord here, but it looks like we get Brandon. Hang on one second. Let's see. Get Brandon.
The 18.
Hey, Brandon, Mike, and Matt up in the booth.
Hey, guys.
Hey, well, congratulations on P3 after a little early trouble there.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So what was going on early on, Matt here in the booth, Brandon? So what was going on earlier on in the race when we seen a couple cautions that came out? Just getting a little too racy coming out of the corner, just getting back on the gas a little too soon. Is that what it was?
Yeah, so my wreck over in turn 3, I think it is. I just drove it way too deep into the corner. Hit the brakes way too hard, spun the front of the car around, or the back of the car around, and I just couldn't hold on to it. Luckily, we minimized damage. We didn't take too much, and we were able to still compete for a podium.
Yeah, certainly. You made a strong rebound and great recovery, and drove the truck back up there in a competitive position and came home third. So what do you think you got for him next week? How does Las Vegas stack up on your radar?
I like those mile and a halves, just, with the throttle control, saving tires, as much as you can. I can't wait. I really hope I'm able to perform just as good at Phoenix, if not better.
I mean, we can't wait. And I know I'm fired up about it. Mike's fired up. I mean, the first 50 laps of that race, 60 laps, looked like it was 10 to go on any other race I watch on the circuit. You guys were certainly putting on a show for everyone watching it, watching the broadcast tonight. So thank you. We appreciate you. And good luck next week. Anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, man. First off, I really gotta thank Clayton for giving me the opportunity to race in this league, race for the team. Maconi Setup Shop, they give us setups every week. Shout out to them. And just the whole team. We practice every Wednesday, and everybody shows up to practice. I mean, no, it's not like somebody's left out. And White River Subaru for just sponsoring this league, and to my girlfriend, because she allows me to do this, put a lot of time in, and I don't spend much time with her because of it. But she lets me do what I love.
Certainly, that is all ever important. Got to thank the sponsors. Cannot say enough about all the men and women behind the scenes that make that truck perform the way it does. Congratulations again tonight to the 18 of Brandon Cooper. Brings it home third this evening.
Appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate you, bud.
All right, it looks like not in, so maybe we'll see about getting him next week. But we are done here at Phoenix. So we'll go ahead and go through the rundown of the Fired Up Esports League, Rising Phoenix, 100% presented by Maconi Entertainment. Alex Link brings it home first, leading start to finish here. Oscar Jensen up 6 positions to P2. Brandon Cooper finished 3rd. Josh Benoit in 4th. Brian Whitney in 5th.
And rounding out your top 10 tonight, the 04 of Cody Porter brings it home 6th. I'm sorry, the 04 of Cody Porter. The 7 truck of Jeremy Garand brings it home in the 7th position. 13 of Frank Peacock tonight, occupying the A slot. The 53 of Clayton White got in trouble a couple different times this evening. Inside the top 10 in the 9th position. And rounding out your top 10, the 8 of 4 of Kerry Moore. And your final finisher this evening, Ronald Holmes in the number 33 machine, 72 laps off the pace. I got to tell you, Mike, this series definitely lives up to the name. These guys are fired up from the moment they dropped that flag. That was some high octane racing we seen tonight, side by side, door to door, getting all they can. I mean, these guys are wrecking coming off the corner because they're racing so hard. I mean, that was incredible.
Yeah, these guys are some of the best truckers I've seen on this service. I mean, I called them last year. I mean, it's amazing how they race and how hard they can race and keep it green. I mean, granted, there were a few cautions of people trying to take a little bit advantage, but when you're in the field that they had tonight, I mean, you got to take everything you can get.
Yeah, you certainly gotta flip the eat switch on, if you will, and just go out on the racetrack, be aggressive, be hungry, and certainly everyone was on the same page when it came to that. That's for certain.
Yeah, definitely were. So next week we will be back, same time, same channels, for the Gambler 135 presented by Phaser Place at Las Vegas. So once again,
yeah, certainly can't wait till next week.
I'm Mike Damoni, and Matt, anything you want to say as we close out here?
Yeah, I got one thing to say. I'm certainly going to be fired up, and I'm going to be ready to call this next week as we move on to Las Vegas. Have a great night, guys. Everyone on social media, thanks for all love and support. Thanks for showing your guys support and appreciation. Make sure you like, subscribe, smash that bell, and stay tuned to us for all your online sim racing action 7 days a week. We got you covered.